Hello and welcome to my video review of the Aigo Aurora C3 RGB controller and fan set. I'll start right away by going over the contents. Included in the set are 3 Aurora RGB fans, a single RGB controller, 3 sets of short fan screws and a velcro strip for mounting the controller. Unfortunately I left this in the box by mistake and is not shown in the video. The Aigo Aurora C3 RGB controller feels fairly robust. It's powered by a single Molex connector and can accommodate a total of 10 Aigo RGB fans. Each fan is required to be plugged into the controller in order so that the colour and mode changes are carried out in sequence. It is not possible to plug any of these fans directly into the motherboard due to the use of a non-standard connector. This is not really an issue given the intended purpose of these fans. There are 3 buttons on the controller: fan speed, LED mode and LED speed, all of which are manual and will be shown shortly. The settings are saved, so there's no need to do any additional reconfiguration each time the computer is started. The controller is not compatible with popular motherboard RGB software such as AuraSync, RGB Fusion or Mystic Light. Here is one of the fans. It feels sturdy and is fairly heavy. There is a white rubber anti-vibration mount in each corner, which the manufacturer has called a back cushion. I'm not overly convinced that this serves much of a purpose since it's almost flush with the main plastic body of the fan, and also the screw mounts don't have any internal rubber lining. The thick outer ring and blades are translucent. I like this design a lot, as when the fan is in operation the LEDs are very vibrant. Each fan has a 20,000 hour service life, which is not the longest I've ever seen advertised, but that still works out to be 844 days of continuous use. Also bear in mind that this figure will be mean time between failure. I'm now just going to cycle through the different RGB patterns. I've recorded this section of the video in the dark as it shows off the colours and patterns better than in daylight. This will take around 2.5 minutes, so feel free to skip forward if you wish. I'm now going to do a demo of the LED speed settings, which allows you to speed up or slow down the selected pattern depending on your preference. In conclusion, generally speaking, I'm happy with the build quality and performance of the Aigo Aurora C3 RGB fan and controller set. Installation is as straightforward as it can be. The supplied manual is basic, but it does get the job done. If you like tinkering, it would be beneficial to place the controller in a convenient location, since making changes to the fan speed, RGB mode or LED speed do require manual input. It would have been nice to have compatibility with motherboard RGB sync software, but I guess if that was the case then the price would be significantly higher. As far as I can tell, there are only two fan speeds, high and low. High setting at 1500 RPM is definitely audible and would bother you in the long run. However, the low setting is basically inaudible and still shifts a fair amount of air. That's all from me, and thank you very much for viewing.